How are we, everyone? Hope you're well. So many people dropped in from the start. I really appreciate that, guys. Um, Probably the most nervous I've been for a stream in a long, long while because there's been lots of changes made, which you guys probably won't even notice, but they're there and they've been happening. So yeah, please do let me know if you have any issues with audio or can't see anything. Don't use that as an excuse to wind me up and say you can't see anything, because I can see on my tablet. See, this is the thing now. After being pranked by you guys in the past, I now have a tablet running, so I can see at least the video. I can't see if I can obviously hear myself, but hope everyone's well. So yeah, lots of little changes. You're really not going to notice, apart from the odd little counter and everything, which I think Selby's spotted. But long story short, guys, we're in a brand new streaming software now, so everything under the hood has moved over. I got so fed up with all the glitches we were having in recent weeks, so we are completely shifted from Streamlabs to OBS now. So yeah, hopefully there's no issues, but if there's any problems, guys, please do let me know. And I'm just going to pop on some background music as well, so you guys can just let me know if you can hear that coming through okay. But how's everyone been? Yeah, I'm ignoring Sacred. I know what he's like. But yeah, hope you're well, Selby. Hope you're well, Snuffle. Artemis, how have you been? You've had a rough week. I hope you're feeling a bit better now. How's it going, Amy? Well, the whole gang's here. Malakath, hope you're well. This is awesome, guys. There's so many here, and I don't normally stream on a Friday. Maybe I should be streaming on a Friday. So yeah, basically everything's changed behind the scenes. So all you are going to really see is like a couple of new little features tonight. But basically we've shifted everything. Scenes, animations, the whole shebang has gone from one software to another. We got to the bottom of the whole capture card issue, and I owe my capture card a massive apology because it wasn't the capture card. It was the software, which I think I probably said I realised on the last stream. But we've moved everything over, and thanks to the likes of Selby's awesome contributions, this when I'm on holiday next week, don't forget, guys, but when I'm back from next week, there's going to be a brand new mic set up as well. So hopefully no more hearing me tapping away on the keyboard frantically when I'm setting up Zoom interviews and that with people on the Chronic Pain Club. So yeah, we're getting like proper professional here now. So just thank you guys for everything, because that's all because of you guys. Like, honestly, I've poured so much time and money and everything into this. I couldn't afford to really, put any more in, but things are going so well in terms of you guys turning up and supporting it and everything that it feels right to keep investing in it. So hopefully when I come back from holiday and we get that in place, things will sound better, it'll be crispier. You won't hear, and also I'm thinking ahead for the summer because I'm really going to need a fan in here, and at the minute my mic will pick up everything, so I'm going to get a much better setup for that. I'm glad you're doing a bit better, Artemis. I know it's been a rough time, and I hope you after the bank holiday weekend get the help you need. Only in UK would you get sent home from hospital because it's bank holiday, huh? Unbelievable. So yeah, because it is Friday night, I am drinking alcohol. Hope nobody's offended or anything by that. If that is a problem for anyone, please do let me know, and I'll keep it off camera. I badly missed not having a drink in hand last time we done one of these socials, so I made sure I have tonight. So I'm on the strong brew dark fruit, which is dangerous stuff because it is like drinking squash, and before you know it, you had 5 or 6 and you're wondering why you got a headache. So yeah, summer's coming if I'm on the dark fruits, basically. But I'm glad you guys, this is awesome turnout for a Friday when we're not really on and everything. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Is the background music loud enough, or is that too quiet? It looks like it might be slightly too quiet at my end. Let me just bring that up slightly, because everybody likes a bit of chill EDM on a Friday night. No, cool. I'll bring that up because I'm really always over cautious with it. I just noticed my audio bar. What I would say is the software I'm in now, I should notice issues a lot quicker than I did before. So basically, just for the nerds out there, how I was having to do it before, I was having like my what I was playing or whatever on one screen, chat on another monitor, and there just wasn't room for the streaming software. So a lot of the time, you guys would alert me to issues, and I didn't spot them, and I really should have spotted them. So I've had a really like a jig around now, so I can see and hear and everything. So hopefully I spot it at the same time you do this time. I can't always promise that. I've also tried to bring the chat a bit more into my view because I know I was falling behind. Obviously, if the channel grows and we get more chat and everything, then I was going to fall behind with that. So the idea is I've only got to look at one screen now to stay on top of everything. So we'll test that. The only thing is what I would say is bear with me because I'm so used to looking to a certain point and things have now moved. So yeah. So what you guys? Is anyone else drinking tonight? Is anyone else chilling out? What you drinking? What you doing? What your plans for the weekend? Yeah, hopefully you can hear the background music now, Selby. I was being overcautious. I'm always more likely to have it too quiet than risk blasting people's ears out. So yeah, like a oh, that's a massive thing, Snuffle. It really is, and it makes a huge difference. I do it myself as a viewer. If I go to a stream, it doesn't matter how good the stream is. If nobody's talking, I ain't gonna interact with it. You know, I'm self-conscious or whatever. So by you guys turning up every single night and so many of you being in chat from the start, it just encourages more people to come in and say hello, you know, and in time the followers will come because like I keep saying, we're getting more views on the videos than we have followers, which is mad. But we do talk about a sensitive subject here, and you know, not everyone's going to be confident jumping in first time. And I know there's been plenty of people that have whispered me after they've followed and chatted who have said, I was watching for weeks and I just took my time. And that's absolutely fine. If you're one of those lurkers, thank you ever so much because you support the channel just as much as everyone else. It's just opening yourself up there, sacred, for sister jokes. But yeah, so basically what we're going to do tonight, guys, we're going to do a couple of little competitions because, again, this is me pushing myself. Like I said to you regulars before, I want to keep, you know, keep it so that I keep challenging myself, so I keep up on the stream and doing more complicated things. So tonight we're going to do a couple of giveaways. Now, we'll initiate them if we get new subscribers, new cheerers, or like a couple of new followers, that sort of thing. But don't worry, I will initiate them if not, if it's a quiet one and it's just us sort of usual crew hanging out. And like I tried to explain on Discord, I have added a pain points function now. It won't always be there for every stream because obviously some streams it won't be appropriate. But you can redeem your pain points against Spin the Wheel. But obviously for obvious reasons, you know, I do awareness and charity stuff. I make a massive loss doing all of this, so I can't afford to be giving out t-shirts and things on every stream. But I thought it'd be nice on the Friday night ones that we do that. So so not a problem. What's that? Tempted to have a drink of vodka, or for migraine. Yeah, I don't know if vodka would help with that. And yeah, I used to drink a lot of vodka when I was like 18, 19, and then I was really ill on. I got to the point where I was drinking vodka and orange juice by the pint and then threw up on it, and that was probably the last time I touched it. Yeah, no worries, Amy. Just like I say, just listening, having us on in the background, whatever, is more than enough, so thank you. I've got a load of hay fever today, by the way, guys, as well. So if I sound a little bit nasally or I have a sneeze and fit partway through, I apologise. I did take a tablet earlier today, but then it made me ridiculously tired. So how that's going to work when I'm a few ciders in, I don't know. Vodka fixes all problems. So yeah, essentially what we'll do is when we do a giveaway or whatever, I'll basically ask you guys to put in chat who wants to be in, and the reason that is because obviously we want to encourage engagement, and I don't want winners to be people that are just bots or, you know, not really involved. So the idea hi YouTube, yeah. I've tidied up the chat, by the way, on window, you might have seen, so hopefully that looks a bit better. I'll keep working on that so you guys get your fame. But yeah, so what I'll do is when I say, right, I'll do a giveaway, I'll say, everyone say I'm in or whatever in chat. But just to try and explain what I'm saying on Discord, and for anyone who's new here, if you want to head over and join our Discord, please do. All these wonderful people you're seeing in chat at the minute now are over there. We're a new, young, but very much growing community. So yeah, and it's completely free. I should point out, you don't need to be subscribed or anything like that. But yeah, essentially, so you've got the channel points that you've got in Twitch that you guys have been accumulating and we've been using and everything else. There are external ways of accumulating similar sort of loyalty programs, and what basically Stream Elements essentially you can use them to redeem things like against raffle tickets and competitions and bet loyalty points on outcomes when we're playing games, and essentially it's a really good fun way of doing it. But what I didn't realise when I set that up earlier today, they run concurrently, so they're not, even though they're both called pain points, they're not one and the same. So all you guys need to know for now is the pain points you used to use and underneath the send a message button in chat are the Twitch ones, and they still apply, and you can redeem them against all the stuff we've got in there. But long term, I have got it turned on. You just won't know you're accumulating them yet, but just so that you regulars get a fair balance for your support. In time, we will be sort of accumulating a different sort of currency. I realise I'm sacred. This is sounding like Destiny now. I keep adding in currencies to confuse everyone. But they'll be used for sort of more of the competition stuff, so that you can so if I say I'm going to do a giveaway, you can buy raffle tickets, and the more tickets you use your points on, the more chances you have to win, because then that way that rewards the people that watch the most, and it won't cost nothing. It's just Twitch doesn't support that in-house. You have to use a third-party app, and yeah, that app, I didn't realise, even though it takes the same name, Pain Points, they run separately, so it's not the same balance. So what I'll do, guys, is over in Discord, once I've had that running in the background for a couple of weeks, I'll try and explain it a little bit clearer than I failed miserably on Discord earlier today. And yeah, essentially that'll allow us to do giveaways, bit of fun. So like, for example, if I'm doing something, if I was playing Elden Ring, you could bet on the chances of me dying in the next 5 minutes in game, and you could win extra points. Again, it's not something I can do on Twitch at the minute. If I want to reward you points, I can't do that. So they just happen. So that's something I'm looking at in the background. But again, just another way that you guys support is helping me make these little changes. And I appreciate at the minute you're probably not seeing it. You see the odd target thing added, like you can see in the top left hand corner at the minute, or you might see the odd new mic or a new camera, but all the big stuff's happening in the background. So hopefully, if things keep growing the way they do, we're ready to support that growing community essentially. But yeah, if you're not there already, head over to Discord, completely free, and you can get involved with stuff that goes on with the channel during the week. What is gold flavoured vodka? Snuffle, thank you ever so much for the 300 bits. I really appreciate that, massively, especially on a Friday night, long weekend here in the UK. None of us have really got any money at the minute. Massive. So guys, if you've got access to the emotes, put some love in chat for Snuffle. I really appreciate it. And now is where I get really sweaty, because I have to do my first giveaway for the first time. So just to point out, guys, all these things you've probably seen if you've seen them on Switch, it's not a guaranteed win. There are various things you can get. But what we're doing is anyone tonight that subs or cheers initiates a giveaway. And basically what I'll do is use a random number generator to basically pick one of you guys that say you're in, and then we'll spin the wheel for that person and see what you get. The only thing I would say is I'm on holiday next week, so if you win anything, you do have to get back to me via Whisper or DM in Discord this weekend, so I can sort out getting it to you, because otherwise I'm not around for a couple of weeks. So guys, if I do a giveaway, if you want to be included in the... If I pick your name out of the hat, and then that'll be you who gets the wheel spin. If you want to be included, just stick a I'm in chat for me, please. You've got probably next 30 seconds to a minute to do it, and I'll pick one of you at random using I'm not going to bring it up on screen because there's too many buttons to press. But I'm basically just using the Google RNG, and then we'll bring the wheel up on screen for you guys to see that. Just so you can get an idea of what it is you're playing for if you're picked out. There is look at this, you would not believe how many hours I've spent on this. So you better be able to see this your end, because it probably looks not as impressive as the time that's gone into it. So as you can see on there, there's free sub, t-shirt, tote bags, etc. Yeah, thank you, Selby. Technically, there was a lot that went into it. I'll polish it up later, but I was well aware that it was a bank holiday here in the UK, and my family are downstairs while I am upstairs messing around with this. So yeah, the tote bag's just as small, they're all slightly different. So the free sub is obviously a bigger space. T-shirt and those prizes the same size space, and just to make it a bit more interesting. And what I'll do is when we do these next time, I'll play around with it, so it just makes it a bit more interesting. Did Dylan make that? Jeez. Right, that's it. I'm going offline. We're all going. Right, how many have I got then? So that's your last chance, guys, to say you're in for me to pick somebody out. Selby's definitely ruled themselves out. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, is that right? Have I missed anyone? Right, cool. Let's have a look. I'll say sorry about the keyboard clicking, guys, because I will be getting a new armed sort of racked mount, so it means mic, so you won't hear all that clicking in the future. So the winner is, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. Amy, you're up for the first wheel spin. Not that any of you deserve it at this rate. It's the amount of abuse I get from my own community. Right, are you ready for this, Amy? I can't guarantee it's going to work for this first time, but here we go. The tension. Free sub. So, I don't know if you've already got a sub, Amy, but essentially, long story short, you can have that added onto you are a sub, aren't you, already? So you can either have it added onto your current sub, and yeah, it does. You're impressed with the sounds, Malakath. Or you can gift it. So what I'll do is I'll drop you a note after this, and I'll get that either added to your account or put it on. Ideally, obviously, it's a sub for this channel. Not, before Selby jumps in. With, oh great, I can give that to my favourite streamer now. You can certainly gift it, Amy. You can certainly gift it since you already got one. I thought that was sort of something I thought earlier today, that if people have already got one and they want to share it around the community, they can. Did that work alright, guys? That felt like that worked alright. Like, you would not believe the hours. You would not believe the hours that have gone into that. But that definitely felt like that worked alright. I need to get a notepad, don't I? Because if I get a few of these tonight, I need to remember who's got what. I didn't, for all of my work today, I didn't think about that I'd need old school pen and paper. That's easier than trying to watch back through the stream. Well, I thought that worked well, guys. I'm quite pleased with that. So what we got here in chat? That did work good. Well, yeah, so basically, Amy, if you want to just wisp me who you want to gift it to, or if you just, what you can do on Twitch as well, there is an option where you can just gift subs to the community or give it to random viewers, but it doesn't always go to the so if you want to it could end up going to like a bot or something. So if you want to whisper me or message me on DM who you'd like to, you can see obviously in chat who are subscribed with the badges. Do I have a new badge? You do have you have the Bits Leader badge, Snuffle. So that must be for this month, I think. Oh yeah, because we're in June, aren't we? This is the first stream I've done in June. So you are the Bits Leader for June. Thank you, Snuffle. Also read my comment about Paint Up. Sorry, Sel, we have obviously just like eradicated you from my from my vision after your comments. Let's have a look. If I benefit from purchase from the paint club, yeah. So basically, Selby, I don't make a massive amount because the idea is for people to wear them for messaging and conversation starters. But a couple of quid per shirt comes back to me. So and that all goes back into the Joel vs Arthritis stuff. So whether that's like paying for website, podcast, Twitch. So anything you do on Twitch, you get to put straight back into the channel. Anything you do on paying company or the bookings I get and that sort of thing, that then goes into the whole picture, if that makes sense. Can you also add an egg option to the wheel? Jesus Christ. That actually sounds like quite a good idea, albeit an in-joke. Duke, I'm going to jump off for night and I'll catch you next time. No worries, Sacred. Thank you very much. Cheers, really appreciate you dropping in, especially, I say, on a public holiday today. I know it's not easy for everyone. Cool, going to get some stuff later. Cheers, Selby, thank you. Hey, yeah, well, the one behind me, the Access All Areas one, that's only a prize t-shirt. So I only ever give them. That's not for sale, but there's similar ones like it. By the way, guys, I should probably show you what the free t-shirt is and the tote bag. Let me bring that up. So basically tonight, anyone that wins a free t-shirt will be getting either the Choose Rest one or the the Choose Rest one, and then the tote bag you can see down there at the bottom as well. So that's the Choose Rest ones we're giving away tonight. I'm quite pleased with how that went, guys. I'm not going to lie. Some of you might have seen I've been sort of tweeting and stuff a lot about around mental health stuff, and it is that issue when you're struggling with a few things or low mood or whatever. It is crazy how quickly your confidence drops for simple things. Yeah, thank you, Malakath, for the Happy Pride, and I did like your I think I saw it in Discord. It said always celebrating Pride or something. I thought that was a nice touch as well. How much for it? So yeah, currently, Selby, there's only about 3 people own those shirts. I believe Malakath and Renoa have one each, and there is another lady on Instagram who got one. So they are limited supply, those. Because that's my life for talking right after that. I don't know. I think there are lots of layers to you, Malakath. Every stream we find out that you've got another area of expertise that we didn't know about. Did I miss anything you put, Amy? Sorry, I'm just. Yeah, no, you didn't. That's cool. I think I caught up. Cool. Yeah, well, I think that worked well. So how's everyone been? I appreciate it's only in the UK. We've got the 4-day weekend. You know, I'm not going to go too deep into that with the whole. Let's have some bank holidays while we shut food banks. But yeah, how's everyone else been? What are your plans for next week, guys? Because I'm not here next week, so my last stream is on Sunday night. So Sunday night I'll be here for the Chronic Pain Club. I'm trying to line up a guest, but that's a bit difficult. I think just because of the bank holiday weekend and that, trying to get somebody to come in and talk on a Sunday night isn't the easiest. And then just a reminder for the regulars, I will put vacation mode on the schedule on the channel. But essentially, I'm on holiday next week just for 4 or 5 days. Then my wife and I are at a festival that next weekend, so it's going to be sort of when? Oh God, when will it be? Hang on, let me look at the dates. So I'm not going to be back after Sunday until Tuesday the 14th. And yes, Selby, you're always working. Let's be honest, you never stop. That's how come you can afford all these bits. So you had a 4-day weekend last weekend, Malakath. What was that? Was there any special event, or was it just one of those things? Because here in the UK we would have had 1-day bank holiday, but it all got moved around for the Jubilee celebrations. You ought to just check your bank balance, Selby. Make sure you haven't been a victim of card fraud. By the way, I got my refund the next day. How impressive is that? So hats off to Barclay. I got my refund for that fraud the very next day, which I thought was amazingly impressive. I won't worry, Malakath. I don't know what half of ours are for anymore. Not being of the sort of religious variety, a lot of them don't really apply to me, the actual reason, so I just enjoyed the day off. Yeah, no idea what happened with the person that bought it, Selby, but I think it didn't take a lot of working out that they weren't genuine purchasers, so I expect they probably refund me and then work out who the criminal is later. It's Ascension Day and Mother's Day. I always struggle with the whole Father's Day because it's different everywhere, isn't it? So we've got Father's Day coming up here. Just a reminder, guys, because we're terrible at remembering that stuff. Excuse me. 2 weeks. 2 weeks time, I think it is. And we have our Mother's Day in like March, but in America it's totally different, and clearly your part of the world is different as well, Malakath. What did they buy my card? No idea. It was 4 purchases from Argos. I don't even know if you're familiar with Argos, but Argos is like, it's basically a catalogue shop, so it's the perfect place to do it because you buy something online and collect it in person. So presumably they'll be able to find out what store they went to. They obviously know what card they used, and presumably they set up a burner email to send the order number to and receipt to, I'd have thought. But yeah, it's over 300 quid's worth, 4 purchases of between about £50 to £80 each. That's international fact. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I imagine that gets complicated. Father's Day if you're sort of crossing borders and everything. Hair dye. What has got into this bloke? Just like every giveaway now, it's just going to be one number dropped off the RNG to account for Selby not being included. But the new system I'm looking at, guys, when it comes in, it's like really cool because it just because when I was thinking about this and planning this yesterday and this morning, I just you want to reward the people that support the channel the most. That's just natural and everything. But this new sort of point system, I'll have to call it something different. But yeah, so basically you can do like exclamation mark ticket and then the number you want to buy, and say they cost 20 points each. So therefore the people with the bigger balances can buy more, and you put a limit on it so it isn't just a walkover. But then there's all sorts of stuff, so you can vote for what we're going to stream, what we're going to do, blah blah blah. And then so the idea is like the channel points will still be for the usual stuff. But the exclamation mark all. But these new points I'm looking at are basically purely for sort of loyalty, if that makes sense. So giveaways and free subs and that sort of thing. Because otherwise, when I tested it out in the past, and this was a couple of months ago, it just went to dodgy, fake bot accounts. Yeah, and that weren't ideal. Amy, if you want to whisper me either on Discord or Twitch a name, I can dish that sub out on stream at some point tonight if you want to get credit, or if you'd rather they don't know and find out later, that's also cool. Yeah, you can blame inflation, Snufflepuff. Or Snufflepuff. I haven't done that for ages, in my defence. I've not done that in ages. Or you could just blame my wife, since she came in like a wrecking ball with her mountains of pain points, not using them, not said a word for months, and straight away hit me where it hurt. There it is. Right on cue. I'm seriously contemplating my use of the VIP badge after tonight's stream. You guys owe a big thank you to Nia, by the way, because yeah, for tolerating me getting stressed and basically ripping the guts out of everything I do to appear online and putting it all in a new software system. on a bank holiday. I thought that was quite generous. I do have the power to take the badge away, yeah. I do. Thank you, Amy. Appreciate that. I think I did a whisper. You did do a whisper indeed, and you nailed it. I'm proud of you. You know, you jump into Discord for the first time. You're on Twitch. You're cheering with bits on Twitch now. It's like, yeah. Hey, Malakaf, she's learning. She done something new. That's good. I did somehow get 2 whispers though, Amy. So I got it in stereo. You are learning. I don't think I've ever whispered in my life. Always shouting. You know my dad, Selby. Like literally, it's the only way to get heard in my family. Constantly shouting. I keep like rechecking everything because I'm worried I was going to have something go wrong, but clearly it's not. It's just working brilliantly. No, he really hasn't. That's always a nightmare, Selby, when I go to pick Dylan up because you got him with the TV blasting out because he's here and scared and he won't admit it. You got Dylan running around trying to shout over the top of it, and then there's me and my mum trying to have a conversation on top of all of that, and it just descends into chaos. My wife always knows when I've been back home because I come back. She's like, "Why are you shouting?" It's like, sorry, default trying to be heard mode. Right. If you got any, feel free to, if you don't want to share it on here, by the way. You got any news about when you can get help? Is it sort of like Monday, or are you just waiting to hear? I'll say if you don't want to share it on here, please don't. Especially because I'm well aware, guys, obviously chat is on screen now, so you'll all have to set up secondary usernames or something for when we do the chronic illness chat. I don't know if anyone here in arthritis circles has been following all the EULAR stuff on Twitter, but I've never seen so much drama over coffee in my entire life. That might be a joke that just like falls on deaf ears for anyone who's not familiar, but if anyone else has seen that, let me know, because I find that quite amusing. It doesn't surprise me though. It really doesn't surprise me because some of the experiences I've had. No idea, but I'm intrigued. So basically, Selby, EULAR's going on at the minute. Like, it's the European Congress for Rheumatology, but it's almost like the world one. It is like the big one. And essentially, in typical medical set and style, it sounds like they've separated at break time. It's like having children. So all the pharma pros and everything are over here and get all the best coffee and short queues, and then all the patients with arthritis and charity reps and everything have been herded into somewhere else with shit coffee. and literally, just Twitter has just been full of people ranting about the queues, not being able to get coffee, and I laugh, but I'm doing it sort of like slightly awkwardly because it's like it is exactly the experience I have with advocacy. Do you know what I mean? It's like the fact that nobody, you know, if you're a patient, you're almost like secondary and like, oh, they're invited because then we can say patients are involved. And it's what I talk about all the while with Project. For anyone that's going to be watching my Psoriasis Association talk this month, that will be covered in there about that whole not being a tick box, but doing it because you see our actual genuine worth. But yeah, it's been it's been a nightmare. Have you seen Swedengate? No. No, I'm intrigued about Swedengate. Oh, cheers, Amy. Yeah, I don't know if some of you guys might have seen it in Discord, but the fact that Chronic Pain Club was up on the big screen in EULA was pretty awesome. I like that. I owe Simon Dr. Stones a lot though, because he's constantly putting my name to people. So he's a lovely bloke. If pains come back severe, I have to go back. I've got Cameron about to. Well, I hope you get a bit more comfortable, Artemis. If there's anything we can do to help as a community, please do let us know. I was going to gift you a sub earlier, but I see you already got one. I'll find another way to make it up to your Artemis, to at least try and bring a smile on your face, because that's pretty rough at the minute. Swedengate is too much to talk about, chat. Okay, no, I'm really intrigued. Yeah, and Amy Simon is like such a lovely guy. I'm looking forward to hopefully going to meet him this year. I really do need to get my ass to EULA though, because I must admit I didn't realise I could just go as a patient advocate until I saw all my sort of colleagues there as independents. Whether or not that would have been a good idea, because you could probably imagine me being quite vocal over the coffee situation. I'll probably end up networking and making more enemies than friends and calling bullshit on it. But yeah, I'm going to try and get to more of those things. I'm also trying to sort of sweet talk the people that I'm ambassadors for and things like that, and say, well, are you going to start sponsoring me? Because now the world has opened up, it just seems like a logical thing that I'm there. So I'll try and make that happen as well. Hashtag random on Discord. Okay, consider it done. I'll do that. Anyone watching, by the way, guys, would like to get involved in Discord. It's completely free. You don't need to be a subscriber or anything. But all these lovely people you see in chat here at the minute are on there chatting. So we're, as you probably guessed, we're a really new community, but we grew really quickly at the start. We got to affiliate in like a month. But we talk about niche subjects here: chronic illness, invisible disability, that sort of thing. So it is still growing, but like anything, the more of us there are, the more safe people feel like joining, sharing their stories and getting support from one another. And ultimately that's the goal of this channel. So we have these just chatting streams to raise awareness but also support one another. And then we also, anything we do with a game on screen has always got like an undercurrent of us trying to raise awareness as well. So if you haven't already, guys, hit the follow button. It helps the channel massively. Selfie section. We could do that. Sounds like an idea. Whether or not people would be happy doing that, Selby. My experience on Twitch is that isn't always the case. But I was finding it quite weird because I know most of you guys through one platform or another, but totally appreciate it doesn't always cross over the same way for you guys. But yeah, that coffee thing did make me laugh. But it literally, for anyone that hasn't been involved in that sort of stuff, I imagine Artemis, perhaps Amy, has experienced it as well. That it just sums it up. It literally just sums it up. In that, you know, oh, we want patient experts, we want your experience, you're so valuable. It's like the payment thing. I've done about 7 or 8 projects for pharmaceutical companies over the last year. And they've only now started paying us like the equivalent that they would pay their consultants. But trying to get the money is ridiculous. I spend more hours trying to get paid than I do the actual project. But I guarantee you, if that was like an organisation or a doctor, that'd be sorted straight away. Yes, it's annoying. Because they constantly blow smoke up your ass in these projects and tell you how insightful it is and how it's opened their mind and it's game changer, but yet they still don't want to actually recruit people to have in-house to give this sort of advice. Because that's my ultimate goal. You've probably already worked that out already, but you know, if our feedback is so important, if our, you know, journey, pain points and everything are so essential to the work you're doing, which I'll debate if that's actually the case, then make roles for that sort of thing. But then when you go to massive congresses on these sort of things, and they keep everyone apart, that kind of tells you how much work we've got to do on that front. But that's kind of why I think Artemis is probably a good idea. I'm not going to those things in person yet because I'm pretty sure I'd upset someone just by telling them how it is. We need more no bullshit approaches in this world, I think. I know I'm not always going to be popular with everyone, but you know, this is one of the main reasons I haven't done anything with Versus Arthritis for 2 years. But I'm always there. If they ever want to come back and use me, then I'm there. But don't get offended if I tell you could have done something better. Because I'm the first. I'm literally the first to put my hands up when I make a mistake. The first. Alright guys, should we do another giveaway? That side is kicking in now, I'm getting generous. And Selby stopped bullying me for a little while. Yeah, I think me and you, Artemis, in the real world would get on quite well because I get that impression that we have similar views just from Twitter and our conversations here and that. But he needs it, like we talked about on here before. People need to be accountable. Doesn't matter what your, you know, how good natured your intentions are. If something was wrong, it was wrong, you know, and I think sometimes some organisations think they're a little bit untouchable under the charity banner, and it's not. You still should be held accountable. Just pockets of air, Selby. Just pockets of air. Yeah, we do. Especially when you really get into this advocacy business, and you get a couple of years in, and you realise how much funding comes from the organisations that you thought you were on the same side pushing back against. You know, so if pharmaceutical companies are providing big chunks of funding to these organisations, who else is gonna, you know, hold people to account if it isn't the patients? You know, the trustees aren't going to in most occasions. Right. Go on in, guys, you got a minute or two. Put I'm in if you want to be involved for the next pick for the giveaway. If anyone who's new here, who wasn't here with us earlier, just say I'm in chat, and then I'll pick a number at random using RNG, and we'll do a wheel spin for that person to see if they win a prize or not. The prize on offer are a free Pain Company t-shirt, which you can see there on screen. It's the Choose Rest one, either in men's and women's. And you could also win the tote bag as well there that you can see. Look at me bringing up random things on screen. Like, this is getting like almost professional, guys. Yeah, so that's what we're playing for. There's also the option to win a free sub, which you can use for yourself or gift. Can I enlarge the image? Yeah, I can, certainly. 2 seconds. As if by magic. How's that? So we're the t-shirt for today, and what I'm tending to do, guys, for these giveaways, that'll be a different one every month. For just this one felt appropriate with it being bank holiday and everything. Choose Rest men and women, and the tote bag is the one you see here. How bad are your eyes, Selby? Sorry, guys. I'll drop a link. Let me drop a link, and then you can have a look at it on the website. That sounds like a good idea. I do forget that you guys are watching it on mobiles and everything. It's so demanding tonight. So yeah, that's the Choose Rest men and women's top, either or, depending on your preference, and the Pain Company logo tote bag. God. You are on form tonight, Selby. That was funny. It's just like human nature, innit? You try and do like a stream where you're giving stuff away and people just get more and more demanding. That's like at work when you make a decision to try and help people, and then they're not settled for that thing they're asking for. They want more. Any more people for I'm in, guys? If it's your first time chatting, you can get involved. That's not an issue. Just say I'm in chat, and I'll include you in the number I pull out of the hat. So I've only got 4 at the minute. Is that right? Have I missed any? Right, we're going with 4, guys. Number 1, Snuffle. It's your turn this time. Which seems appropriate, given that you cheered to bits to get the initial one. Let's go. Right. Is it going to work as well second time around? So we're playing for Snuffle on this one. I'm still impressed with this. I don't care if you guys think it's lame. I'm taking that as a spin again. Are we agreeing that's spin again? That's what it looks like on my eyes. Let's not ask Selby. Can't even see the t-shirt they're playing for. If anyone deserves something, a Snuffle. Ah, oh, Snuffle. I'm sorry. There'll be more tonight, though. Don't worry. This is all your visits to the shrine. It's just like you're cursed. I've been watching new series of Stranger Things. We're not saying no more about that because people are obviously might not have caught up and everything. But yeah, you're cursed, Snuffle. There'll be more, guys. There'll be more. Poor old Snuffle. Cheers, 300 bits, and look where it gets them. 2 spins and still didn't get anything. But if this is a bit of fun, guys, let me know, and because I don't have a lot of time to prepare for this one tonight, so I'll think of more creative prizes and forfeits and maybe things that could do with the channel, that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what a lot of streamers do, Selby. But I'd have to get quite creative about what they are, I think, because knowing my luck, it'd be like 4 in a row or so. I'd be sitting here covered in eggs. Have you crumbled yet, Amy, and turned to the vodka? Hope your migraine gets better soon, if you can still hear us. Yeah, so like I say, guys, Sunday is the Chronic Pain Club. So anyone who's new here, it's basically like a chat show thing where we cover a topic. It's led by you guys though, but we really deep dive into the chronic illness, invisible disability theme of the channel. Whereas tonight's a bit more of a bit of fun. But we get, if anyone's listened to the podcast or anything like that, that's basically where they're recorded. Like I say, it would be nice to get a guest on. I've just had so much on this weekend trying to get ready before we go away on Monday that I haven't had a chance to line anyone up. But if anyone wants to or knows of somebody who would like to come on and talk about something specific, the original theme I was going to do that I had penciled in was around comorbidities, but we can save that one for another day. But if anyone's aware of anyone that might be a good fit, if I ask them, appreciate it's a Sunday evening and there's not a lot of warning. Still listening with eyes closed, cold flat. I know how that is, Amy. I can't remember if it was earlier this week or last week. I had a migraine. I couldn't do anything on the computer without it feeling like I was on a roller coaster. Have you ever tried that forehead vapor thing? It's no medicine in it or anything, but that always works quite well for me. hang on a minute, Snuffle. Didn't you just say you just left the shrine? And now you're at the computer in the... So many questions. Amy would be a great guest, but I don't know if she's in a fit state at the minute. I don't know if you guys saw on Discord that we got picked for a trial on Twitch, which is quite cool. So we get a brand new feature that not many people have. I don't know if anyone's had a chance to look at it yet, but essentially from what I can see, it's more for the viewer, for you to see like how many messages you sent on a channel and how many hours you watched, and I guess just to get like a bit more like of achievement sort of thing for being a supporter of a particular channel. So if you have a look at that, I'll try and find a link. Hang on. So I had an email for that. You'd be happy to. You sure, Amy? Well, do you want to maybe see how you feel tomorrow? Because I don't want to put too much pressure on you. Oh, that's a good shout, Malakath. That's a great shout. Yeah, that'd be a good one to line up, wouldn't it? If anyone has any thoughts about anyone who'd be appropriate for that. So I can't say I'm in touch with anyone knowingly. But that doesn't mean we can't find someone. That's a really good topic. So yeah, guys, if anyone wants to see what the new feature that we've got access to is, let me just copy it. The link is there. So it's called Monthly Recap. We've been chosen at random as a channel to trial it. So let us know what you think of it. Yeah, I will do, Amy, but yeah, give yourself until tomorrow and see how you feel, because I know what it's like if you've got a migraine. That isn't going to be a fun experience. Yeah, we can talk about OT stuff. We can just carry on basically what we're doing on Tuesday on the Animal Crossing stream. We'll keep it fairly informal. And then I take it it'd be alright if I use that for a podcast as well. So that'd be a subject we haven't covered on there yet, which would be good. I realise I'm wearing a black t-shirt on stream, which isn't good when you're having a psoriasis flare, so apologies. Actually, no, I'm not apologising, but you know what I mean. Yeah. That'll be like me and Snuffle, like two miserable old men up a bar in 40 years' time. It's like, do you remember when we thought that Twitch channel was going to be the next big thing? And then there's like Amy on the TV behind us. Oh, we can cover that if you want to, Amy. Like, if you want to have a think about it, because I'll put you on the spot a little bit. Appreciate you're really willing, but yeah, if you want to have a think about it, and then tomorrow I'll drop you a message. Home Alone with the monster tomorrow. He's in full blown toddler mode at the minute, but at some point I'll be able to get to my phone, even if that's when he's asleep, and we'll pick it up. What does a flare? So basically. So my psoriasis, Selby, is like really well controlled because I'm on biologics, which is always really annoys me because the amount of projects I get asked about, you know, and when I say projects, that's like an overall term for focus groups, patient experience, lived experience, consultancy, you know, that sort of thing. It can range from anything where they just want to know what your journey with arthritis or psoriasis is like, or they want your opinion on a specific product. But the question I always get is, would you describe your psoriasis as moderate to severe? I was like, well, yeah, if I stop taking all the drugs. You know, so like my biologics keeps my psoriasis really well controlled. But when I have like a bit of a flare, and it's always stress with me. This week I haven't been great and I've struggled a bit, and then it's stress. So then basically you get, if you're in a black t-shirt, your t-shirt gets covered in white flakes, basically. Which isn't the best look for people when you're supposed to be on TV and, you know, presentable. So when I say I apologise. I don't apologise, obviously, for the condition. More that I didn't think that maybe I could have wore a white t-shirt. But yeah, so like with my psoriasis, Selby, though, I always have areas, normally my feet. So my feet aren't great and haven't been for years. But the biologics put a lid on pretty much everything else. So I used to have like really obvious lesions on my head and arms and that sort of thing. And they've all gone on biologics. Yeah, we've definitely established. Maybe that's your problem with Halifax. You know, you think you've got like £1,000 in the bank and it's a tenner. Yeah, cheers, Amy. I really appreciate that, especially when you're under the weather. And also, I appreciate both yourself and Artemis like sharing stuff. Because it's what we're trying to do here, and it's so much better than when it's just me, because I've only got so many stories I can tell. And hopefully then when people pass by and stumble upon us for the, you know, Twitch isn't very good at attracting people under the whole chronic illness, invisible disability banner, unfortunately. It's why I sign up to websites like the peer-to-peer group and everything in the hope that somebody stumbles along and finds their way here. I think a lot of the time people find us because of Animal Crossing or just chatting or whatever. But in time, people will find us for that specific reason. And the fact that we're talking about all that stuff openly, I think just makes it such a more welcoming place. And hopefully, right on cue, somebody hits the follow button. That'd be great. You're probably the only one that's confident and happy enough to ask about it, Selby, to be honest. I think when you look at the numbers, we have quite a lot of people that watch, but don't chat. So I'd like to think there are people there that know nothing and that about that subject, and they're just interested to learn. So what I would say is a big thank you for asking those sort of Joe Public questions, because me, Amy, Artemis, etc. We've all had similar experiences to some extent. We're not going to think of everything to say that the average person on the street might want to know about. So I think that's where you really add to the stream. Yeah, I think Snuffle, you definitely add some variety to the tales in the chat. What with the shrine and the woods and spider murders. I think that says a lot about you, Selby, though, that you're willing to stick around and keep asking those questions and learn. I think you probably have to give yourself some credit for that, because many aren't willing to do that. You know that's not how you spell villain, right? But I would, if I had to hazard a guess with the numbers, because sometimes we've got 20 people watching this stream, Selby, and there's 4 or 5 of us talking about chronic illness. I can't imagine them other people are all watching because they've got those conditions, and that's what we're here for, you know. It's a space for people to support each other that do experience those things, but it's also a place for people to learn and maybe take something away from it who don't. Right, we've got to unpick that a bit more, Snuffle. I'm about to walk past a van I was accused of vandalising yesterday. First off, should we just get the obvious question out of the way? Did you vandalise it? And if not, why do you think you were accused? Like, were you looking shifty around it? And my second question is, has anyone asked you about all these walks in the woods? Because, like, presuming you ain't got a dog or whatever, but if I was a dog walker and I kept seeing this person walking around this old computer and shrine daily, it looked like I was vandalising, but you definitely weren't vandalising it, right? Just remember, chat is recorded on here and it might go on YouTube before you confess to anything. I know that's what worries me, Selby, because everything Snuffle talks about does definitely bring sort of Blair Witch vibes. That film was the first film as a kid that I watched that proper scared the crap out of me. That's probably the first one I remember as well, doing the rounds at school where everyone's like, you have to watch this, you have to watch this. I can't remember a film before that where there was that real buzz about you had to see it. I expect if I watched it now it'd be terrible and laughable, but at the time I think it's the first time I'd seen a film where it was like hand camera footage sort of thing. Terrified me. Yeah, but wasn't Cabin in the Woods the one that was intentionally a piss take? There was one of those films. If it weren't Cabin in the Woods, there was another one with a similar four-word title. And it was meant to be a tongue-in-cheek, and people didn't realise it and went to watch it thinking it was a horror film, and then didn't get why it was so stupid. Am I thinking of the right one? There must be a film buff in here that... So I like my horror films, but that was a long while ago. Is that the Blair Witch Project that scared you out of us as well? I think it's just like the house and that at the end, and yeah, I don't. I'm one of these people as well. I always talked about, like, if I ever had a big house, I couldn't. You know, when you used to watch films, you see these American really nice houses that are like have a tree-lined backyard or whatever. I couldn't deal with that. I'd either have to have visual of the back of my house, or I'd have to have a fence or wall. The idea of having like tree-lined back garden boundary just freaks me out. But I think it's because I've just spent my entire life watching horror films. So it's a very dusty van. Someone else had left some rather unpleasant racist symbols off. That's kind of them. Ah, so you removed them and got seen. Okay. Surely, though, there's a difference between intentional messaging and you presumably just going like this on the side of the van. Oh, it's nothing like being questioned by somebody with like no authority or evidence. Yeah, I must admit that did cross my mind, Selby, when Snuffle said it looked like I was vandalised. I was thinking, were you just having a piss up the side of someone's van? Yeah, as somebody who's written messages on the back of what dirty white vans as a kid, not racist, I'd point out, just like clean me or, you know, typical teenage boy drawing a penis. Why are we so obsessed with that when we're kids? But anyway, that takes longer than you think to draw them, especially if the vans are really dirty. I don't know, Snuffle. You try to help people, and that's where it gets you. Oh yeah, that's a very British one, isn't it, Selby? Literally on the back of every other white van. Every time. Oh, so there was me picturing you just like licking your finger and trying to like rub like crazy. I don't know, the Diaries of Snuffle in the Woods feels like its own blog or stream in itself. Especially if your ability to sort of always leave every story with more questions than answers. That definitely plays to your advantage. Gosh, can I just say how awesome it is to see everyone in chat with like either the founder badges or the VIP. It's just awesome. Really appreciate it. Says a lot about the strength of the little group we're building here. I know, it's nuts. Like, you go and look at a random small stream or a new startup stream, they might have more viewers or whatever. They won't have that many badges going on in chat. It's awesome. And the fact that Selby you've got that 5,000 cheer badge already is just mad. Like I say, you should as well, Selby, have access to the, I think it's the bronze shield emote with the skull on as well for reaching that milestone. That's not bad, is it? Considering we used to have 3 in February. Oh, you got the silver one as well. Nice. I couldn't remember what the tiers were. Yeah, it's definitely like skull bones theme going on this channel, but oh well, deal with it. They look cool. I don't know what I'm more proud of, Selby. The fact you've got them when we've only been affiliate a couple of months already, or that I made them. I promise I will get professional emotes rather than my sort of attempt at making them. Just want to get the mic sorted first so I can type without you guys hearing everything. That'd be good. And I'm going to get the camera fixed as well because that's on the back of my monitor at the minute, so every time I move you get a bit of a wobble. You probably not even noticed it on mobile in particular, but it annoys me because I'm a perfectionist. Right guys, should we do another giveaway? For anyone that's new here, we're doing a couple of giveaways tonight. All you need to do is say I'm in the chat, and then I will pick somebody out using a random number generator and we'll do a wheel spin. We're planning for either free Paint Company t-shirt, free Paint Company tote bag, free sub, or you know, you might get nothing, as Snuffle proved in the last one. For anyone who wants to know more about the Paint Company and what it is, why it is, then the link's there in chat. But if anyone that wants to be included in the name out of the hat for the prize spin, wheel spin, just stick I'm in the chat now, guys, and I will do it. We only had 4 last time, so your odds are good. I appreciate those of you that are got it on in the background. Poor old Amy's just listening. And oh, hi Renoa, hope you're well. If you said hello or anything, I don't think I saw it. If I missed it, I apologise. But yeah, hope you're well. Thanks for joining us on this Friday evening. We'll give everyone a minute or two to get one in there in case there's any sort of lurkers sort of wanna feeling brave enough to come and say hello. That VIP badge though, Renault, you can't earn that, they're given, so I'd be proud of that. I just think it's amazing. Like, I know I keep banging on about this, but the fact that we've only been going a couple of months, and when I started tonight, I think there was 7 of you guys, all with badges, all in the chat before I'd even turned the camera on. It's amazing. Oh, thank you, Selby. Thank you for the gift to Renault. I'm sure Renault will thank you in chat. It's very kind of you. I'm glad that Halifax allowed you to do that. And that is your first time gifting a sub, so thank you. You do more than enough for this channel already. But I do appreciate it, and I'm sure Renault does as well. Really appreciate it. And well done, Renault. You've managed to get that in time as well for the 2-month sub badge. So look, you've got your little extra badge now. And that's a unique one compared to some of the others. No, no, I saw your whisper earlier. I just haven't issued it out yet. That was Selby that gifted that. Whispers are for the ear. Right. Just for everybody. Right, how many have we got? Selby, you're too kind. You are too kind. Guys, if you've got access to emotes and that, put some love in chat for Selby. The contribution this guy has made to this young channel is mad. Really appreciate it. And because of because of him and others, you know, we're going to have some new kit on stream for next time I'm back after... No, that's a lie. I'm here on Sunday, but after Sunday I'm on holiday for a week. But we'll be getting some upgrades to the channel then. I was as well, Amy. I was already thinking if I got Malakaf in chat and Renault in chat that don't have one, I was going to gift it to Artemis earlier and didn't realise Artemis has subbed. So sorry, Artemis, I do appreciate it. I just can't keep up. What a lovely community. Right, guys, let me get back up, scroll back up and count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I make that 6 I'm-ins. And the winner was number 6. Let me just check who the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Artemis, you're up this time for the spin. Are you ready? I'll just check you're there because I appreciate people come and go. Look at that. All the badges in chat, guys. All the badges. Thank you, Malakaf. I'm glad somebody appreciates it. Unlike Selby. Did Dylan make it? You won't believe the effort that goes into me just making this so one button press brings it up on screen. You're ready? Awesome. Finally, we've got a t-shirt win. Well done, Artemis. If you would like to message me either on Discord via DM or whisper on Twitch, don't need to listen to Malakaf. I don't know why Malakaf's so against Twitch whispers. Whatever your preference is, I just need to know if you want the male, female cut and what size. Have a look on the website for. I'll put the link again in chat. There's a size guide on there. And if anyone deserved a free t-shirt this weekend after seeing your story on Twitter and everything this week, I think you did. So that makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. So I'm really glad that that you got that. I'm just catching up on chat. Malakaf loves. To be fair, everything I know about Discord I pretty much learned from Malakaf. Thank you, Selby, for the bits cheering. Like seriously, 2 gift subs. And and bits cheering, guys. So thank you, guys. And I think we talked about it on a couple of streams ago. The good thing is there's now Twitch have finally given me checks. You have to hit a threshold, which is infuriating as a new streamer because it takes a long while to get momentum. So we've been streaming since the start of January, and we're only now getting our first payout. So thank you for everyone's support on that. I really appreciate it. Much appreciated. Jesus, hang on. What's going on here? I thought that was the same notification. Do I need to block you again, Selby? That's mental. 4,000. I saw it and I thought it was a glitch and I got the same notification. You're just mad, man. Right. Do I block him at this point, guys? Like, do I have to step in for his own safety? Oh, is he going for that badge? I just realised what's going on here. Sorry, Snuffle, your cheer gifted leader for the month didn't last very long. Unbelievable. I'm not going to say, because it's rude, but for the rest of the people on chat, you would not believe the total that this man has put into this channel. And he doesn't even have arthritis or an autoimmune condition or a chronic illness. He's literally just here for you guys, essentially, and chatting to you guys. So it's just mad. Unbelievable. I don't deserve this support for such a small new channel, but thank you. I'll try and use it wisely and do the best I can with it. I do appreciate it. It's still amazing me that anyone turns up on a Friday night to hang out here, let alone we've got one person with a migraine, one person who's been in hospital recently, another person who doesn't even have half the stuff I talk about. And yeah, to then generate the support that we get from you sort of diehards is just mad. If that doesn't bode well for the future of this channel, I don't know what. It's just, yeah. Sorry, I'm not very often lost for words, but I am. And then Selby wonders why he has issues with the bank. Oh, what a legend. I can't give you anything above VIP, I'm afraid, Selby. If not, I would. But thank you. So many badges. With all that going on, I've totally forgot to make a note of Artemis's prize win. Let me do that now. No, I appreciate it, Selby. Not everyone's like that. But thank you. Unbelievable. You do realise, though, now I'm going to get a massive I told you so earache off the other half when I end this stream. Because I literally spent most of this afternoon saying I spent hours on this channel today. Like, literally, it's bank holiday. The weather, for once, is half decent. And this isn't like a violin thing. It's just fact. And how my confidence or lack of just destroys me all the while. Because, because I literally spent hours. The wheel, of which I've still left up, sorry. The wheel, moving over to a new software, sorting out this new kit I've got coming in after holiday. Just hours, and people don't realise it. People see these people with like 2,000-3,000 viewers on stream and think they just turn a camera on and off they go. But it's just so many hours goes into it behind the scenes. And then what happens is, after I feel good when I'm doing all that and I'm doing productive, I'm trying to make an impact, blah blah blah. And then the minute I stop working on it, the low mood brain kicks in, and I'm like, why'd you do all that? It's not going to come to nothing. Nobody's going to turn up. And it's just that negative thought. And anyone that's experienced negative thoughts and low mood and depression and stuff will get that. And yeah, I literally then spent the next 2 hours before we went live tonight thinking I'd be talking to myself getting drunk on camera. So yeah, to come on and see so many of you cheering bits and gifting subs, that's just mad. Thank you. Look at that badge. Lovely gold badge. Or emote. Whatever you want to call it. Cheers, guys. Seriously. Genuinely. Do you think it's ironic that I made all them changes today and everything's worked perfectly tonight, and then it didn't for the most routine streams? Yeah, sorry, Amy. It's genuine though. It's not. I know there's a lot of BS goes on this platform, but it is genuine because it's a daunting thing. It's one thing for me to write an article or to do a talk to a room full of people that are interested in rheumatology or whatever. Just ignoring Selby. I don't recall agreeing to that. But it genuinely was like a terrifying prospect to do the whole Twitch thing. It just felt like an area that hadn't been tackled. But it did, and maybe, I think in my head, a lot of the time I was thinking, well, if I was a 20-year-old, it might feel more achievable. And I think, you get all these sort of things try and I'll find the clip. I definitely did not agree. I said I said for a split second he got me thinking about it, but I didn't agree. Yeah, and Nia did before I went live. I said, what if this ends up costing me a fortune, like giving away loads of t-shirts and everything, and she mentioned the egg. Can you imagine it? I see the door open in the back of my... Don't even friggin' think about it, Nate. I swear to God. I swear to God. Can you imagine that? Do you remember that time we were watching Twitch and we witnessed a divorce live on camera? I'm wearing like 140 quid headphones. If I'm going to put an egg on my head, I'm not having it done at random when I've got all of this kit around me. So, yeah. Nia, you're probably the youngest one in here. Like. Where's this going? It's funny, innit? You do all this talking to complete strangers. When my wife starts talking on here, I get more nervous than anything. Nia's that ballpark, Selby, so she remember it, you might. I'd forgotten about the whoopee thing. I'm slightly older, so mine was all Street Fighter. Or Streets of Rage. That was the absolute goat of a game. Streets of Rage. I loved that. You notice how she literally says nothing for weeks on end and then pops in with this sort of stuff. Oh, I love Streets of Rage. They've done a recently, or it's due to come out. They're doing a sort of publish of that. You know what, Amy? I think that's probably fair. I do think that's probably fair. I got lost in all the bullion talk. There's me trying to be sincere, and next thing I know, I'm constantly looking over my shoulder on stream. Selby, stop it. Right, let's get a spin going for Selby. It does seem fair, doesn't it? What? Just because she's supporting your twisted goal for this channel of me getting egged on screen? Can't believe we're doing this spin for him. He definitely deserves it. Are you ready, Selby? The actual legitimate boss as well. I do need to make her a mod, really, but I'd have to teach her all the tools because I wouldn't trust her to lock me out of my own channel. Are you ready, Selby? Spin to win. Right, while Selby's just amusing himself at the thought of me getting egged, I'm going to spin it anyway. No, you definitely deserve it. Can you imagine after all of this, you gifted half of the channel subs and cheered 5,000 bits and you get free sub? I'm not adding an egg to it. I'm not adding an egg to it. No fries, isn't that typical? Isn't that typical? Sorry, Shelby, we tried. It was a nice idea, Amy. It's the thought that counts. Sometimes there's just no justice in this world, is there? No, I know. We know you don't, but it did definitely seem something that was worthwhile doing, though. Just out of kindness, if nothing else. Off being our resident shit stirrer. We've got a resident OT. I keep trying to think of ways to every week slowly exaggerate Malakaf's nuclear physicist role. So I already upped it to nuclear physicist, and I keep thinking of new ways. So every week it just can be like this in-joke where we gradually inflate it. So by the end they're basically Einstein. So we got that. We got the OT role. We got the pun master in Renoa, and you're just actually I think you and Nia have probably got joint roles in resident shit stirrers for the channel. Thank you, Amy, for keeping me in check. Right on cue. Do you make it cooler than you are? Yeah. The thing is, we haven't even like confirmed it or asked any questions, like, but we're just running with it now. This is where we find out in a year's time that Snuffle doesn't actually live anywhere near any woods. You're not a nuclear physicist. Absolutely mad amount of bits. Yeah, no, we trust you, man. Can't wait. Can you see your end, Selby? How many bits you've cheered? Because I can get it up if not. Just insane amount. Or would you rather not know? I can't afford to upset you, Malakath. I'm basically in your pocket. You've contributed so much to this channel and my knowledge and answering my questions. I can't actually afford to upset you. Ways to deal with your enemies. Let me have a look. I don't know if you're going to want to know this though, Selby, to be honest. If I just go back, set it to February when we got affiliate. I don't know if that's going to tell me individuals. It doesn't tell me individuals, but it the sheer number of bits from you guys, and it isn't just obviously you. There's others obviously I'm really grateful for who have cheered as well. Amy and Snuffle spring to mind. Apologies if there's any more. But yeah, obviously just hit the 10k badge, but that's just crazy. We become affiliate in February, Selby, and you got the 10k badge already. Like, what on earth? Yeah, just mad. Just mad. Well, one thing I can just see, because I was looking on my dashboard for that, guys, is that we had our first people tonight find us via the tags for chronic illness and mental health, which is a big win. Because up until now, people basically found us either through me tweeting about it, people getting their notifications, or just randomly stumble on it from like Animal Crossing tag or whatever. But we've actually had people find us because of mental health and chronic illness tonight. So we're finally starting to get Twitch to realise what we're trying to do here. It's taken long enough. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Nia, are you drinking downstairs as well? Are you on the cider? That just might help me relax a bit more, and I ain't got to keep watching the door behind. If I know you're not. Is there anyone left without a sub? Not in chat. Not in chat. We'll have viewers who are just lurking. Yeah, is there anyone in chat who hasn't got a sub? I don't think there is. There's going to be other people watching. I think that's probably why she's doing it, Selby. Not going to lie. I think the boiling is probably intentional. So, the fact that we've got 6 VIPs in chat, I'm just having a look. So we've got a couple of people in chat that are normally here but don't really say anything. If anyone does want that sub, speak up now, because we do have one to gift. Jesus Christ, Snuffle, I would actually have a meltdown if I had to clear up scrambled egg around here with all this kit. Like, my PC's so bloody big I can't have it on my desk, so that's on the floor for a start. What I am going to do, guys, because I can, is I'm adding, since we've got 6 VIPs on the channel and all of them are in chat, the only one who isn't in that on that list is Artemis. So Artemis, you are now a VIP and you will get your badge like everyone else. I think that's well deserved. Oh, migraine clearing up, is it, Amy? I don't know, but we're having a good go. We've got the founder badges, the VIPs. Can you just say something in chat if you're still there, Artemis, so I can see that you got the... There it is, look at that. Got the hat trick now. So we only have so many of those. So I try to give them for people. If anyone's like lurking around and wanting to know, basically, if you stick around, you get involved, you're on the Discord, and you're a positive contribution to the community on this channel and everything, and you keep showing up, then that's how you get your VIP badge, essentially. And just so you, because every now and it gets asked, what does it mean? I'm just going to bring up the screen. Where is it? I've got to find what it means for the... because I don't want to misquote. So I think it basically means you're not affected when I, if I put chat into slow mode. A couple of other little perky things. Yeah, just remember, guys, we want Amy to be a guest on Sunday night, so if she gets trolleyed tonight and then the migraine's in full flow all weekend. Yeah, that's the main thing about VIP. It just means you're cool. I will find you the proper list, though. So VIPs are immune to chat and channel moderation settings, although they're still able to be moderated directly by a channel mod. I don't think slow mode applies to you. Hang on. I thought there was more to it than that. There's definitely a couple of other bits, but it's basically all around that. Too old for hangovers. I think it's because like you're on placement that Amy. I always sort of like accidentally slip into the assumption that you're younger. You can definitely still handle a hangover. Yeah, it gets worse when you become a parent as well. Definitely gets worse. my most shameful moment was when I had my first work night out. Someone's leaving due, and we hadn't had a work night out for ages, like 3 years ago. And Dylan would have only been about 6 months old, and for whatever reason, I didn't consider that I might need. Nita had work the next day, and I didn't consider to me that I should have probably had Dylan stay over. I suppose because he was so little, I didn't really want to send him to his grandparents or whatever. I got in about 4 o'clock in the morning. He woke up at 5:30. Nita had to go to work about 6:30, and I literally was still drunk. I hadn't even got to the hangover stage. And I was like, what? I've had an hour and a half sleep. And like it hit me. It like suddenly hit me like, oh God, what have I done? How am I going to get through this day? And it got to about 10 o'clock and I thought, okay, I'm surviving. Text around like everyone in my family who just totally stitched me up and pretended that they had plans when they didn't. They were just making me learn a lesson, I guess. And poor old Dylan had the mother of all punamis at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Can't remember that near at all. And yeah, he had the he had the mother of all punanis, and I'm literally, and I thought, Dylan, you're gonna need a bath. It's up your back, it's on your neck, everything. I get him up to the bathroom, and then nausea hit me, and I'm holding down a baby covered in poo with one hand, and I'm being sick in the toilet and using my other hand, and I literally felt like the worst person in the world. I don't think I'll ever get lower in terms of parenting as I got that moment. Just messed up. I just did not think that if I got home at 3-4 in the morning, Nita goes to work by 7. I was so grim. Amy was so grim. I was just like, I felt a lot better for it, but I just felt like I thought I had it in my head that social services were going to just come the next day and take Dylan away from me or something. But it's so funny because every parent I spoke to since, they were like, "Yeah, we're done that." And I think that's just because you go months before, when your other half's expecting that, and you don't drink because you're nesting and you're getting into dad mode and everything. Then you have months of your life changing afterwards. And then that first big night out, oh my God, it hit me like I drank about 20-25 tequilas, and I don't even like tequilas. Hate the stuff. And yeah, that was not good. And then, yeah, after I cleaned myself up, I then had poor little baby still on the floor, needing a bath, so I just got in the bath with him and wallowed in self-pity for the rest of the day. So, I'm not the best role model. But I think, I finally got the hangover at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's how out of sync I was from it being so late. I was still drinking until 2 or 3, I think. Not good. But we live and learn. Surely someone's got a worse one than that, a worse drunk story than that, just, to make me feel better. I think the bit that I got worse than the I totally forgot my wife went to work at 7 in the morning. I just totally, and it didn't even occur to me what I'd do if Dylan wakes up early. So I just didn't think, and then he went up and woke up at 5:30, and I'd literally been in bed about an hour. So I was still well and truly drunk. Borrowed somebody's horse. So they did actually get the horse back. Yeah, they're in like a terrible ending to that story, Selby. Oh yeah, definitely, Renoa. It's so inconsiderate of a 6-month-old baby. I think Selby is out in the sticks near me as well. Through the thoroughfare boxes. Jesus Christ. Did that actually happen though? Or is that what happened in your head? Is it going to be like one of them things where you think you're cool as fuck and then actually witnessed us to the occasion, saw a totally different scene? There's like Selby in his head. He's got his hands on his hips, like looking like some regal guy riding through town, when really he's hanging off the back of it. Oh, so the cat. Oh, so it was actually when you say thoroughfare, it was actually Halston Thoroughfare. Since you know the area, Selby, I got bored at a field party at Denton one night, and I walked out. That's what I walked back to Hull. So that was about 4 miles when I was still drunk. But I don't know what route I took because I left at about 3 in the morning. I didn't get home until 7. Story of the French dudes that stole an alpaca from the section. Yeah, I did see that one. That's amazing we even survived though. I'm dreading Dylan getting to that age where you have crazy ideas. Absolutely dreading it because I know half the stuff I did. I was at a gig one night in Wakefield and I'd drunk too much and we were sleeping. So what we do when we're on tour, the idea would be to try and find or convince people to let us sleep on their sofas, but if they didn't, then we slept in the tour van. And I've been drinking since about 4 o'clock before sound check, and we'd done the gig. I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and had like a killer thirst, you know, that sort of thirst when you've drunk far too much. And I went walking around Wakefield. I've never been there in my life, let alone seen it in daylight. Literally, we drove straight to the venue, played the gig, so it's pitch black. I'm walking around Wakefield, and then I found a river, and in my drunken state, thought it was a good idea. Oh, I'll just go down and have a swig of water out of the river, like and anyone who lives in the UK on stream will know what our inner city town rivers are like. But I got halfway down the slope and slipped, and it was almost like I had like this awakening moment where I realised, what are you doing, Joel? This is like literally how people die, trying to go in a river when they're drunk at night down a steep edge. And I managed to climb back up, and then I forgot all about it. And the next morning I woke up in the van, and like my bandmates saw me covered in mud, and it's one of them stories where I told it back, and I got like goosebumps because I realised how stupid and dangerous it was. Didn't even think about it at the time though. I remember walking back from the Black Horse. What track? Yeah, I was drunk on the main. Yeah, that main road. That's just dangerous, isn't it? Pleasure on the eyes. Right, it's getting to 9 o'clock, guys. Let's do another spin. I feel I at least owe it to you guys with the amount of charity that's gone on the channel tonight. So yeah, chuck in I'm in the chat if you want me to involve you, and I'll do the name out the hat. By the way, guys, if this is decent and entertaining, let me know and we'll try and do more of it as well. Like the fact Selby's still kicking around here and you were on 10 seconds into the stream. It can't be that dull. So yeah, if you're just joining us, if you put I'm in the chat, I'll pick a name. I'll use a random number to generate it and get someone out. Oh hey, hello Dong. That's been a while since you've spoke in chat. How you doing? I see your name quite often lurking around in the background. I hope you're well. Yeah, no, always appreciated, as you probably heard me say on every stream. I tried to say it at some point. That I'm more than grateful for that. Yeah, already on it, Malakath. Already on it. If that takes me too long to do it, then I will afterwards. There's never like a really quick way for the host to gift on here. Hang on. I'm just going to pull up the channel, so if you hear a double echo, it'll be me just quickly muting it. Oh, that's cool. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you time to put in, guys, in the chat if you're in. Are you sure you don't want to be involved, Dong? I'm sure the rest of the group will appreciate it. Dong, that gifted sub is on behalf of Amy, so you got Amy to thank for that one. She won it earlier on the spin. So you now have access to ad-free viewing. You'll get the emotes that you'll see the other guys using. And yeah, and also it supports the channel, so thank you. And if you're not already, I don't know if you are, jump over to Discord so we can say hello to you more during the week when we're not on live. Right, let me see. Where's my I'm ins? I've lost track now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I make that 5. Yes, your badge has changed, Selby, to the 10,000 cheers, which is just mad. Just mad, 10,000 bits. Sorry, back on track. Number 2, Amy. You're having a lot more luck tonight than Snuffle. Let me bring it up. To be fair, don't feel guilty, Amy, because you gifted your prize last time. Are you ready? Awesome. And another free sub. Free sub times 2. This is like basically the charity stream tonight, isn't it? What with Selby and yeah, it really is. But make sure, guys, you got your. If you do get gifted a sub tonight, if you're one of the people who have got gifted a sub tonight, it's yours for the month. So like I say, you won't get the ads when you jump into the channel. If I do be right back and have to chuck up an ad, you won't get that. You get all the emotes that you see the guys using in chat, and you can use them emotes on any channel, not just here. And like I say, it helps the channel massively. So yeah, make the most of it. Yeah, I don't think we've got anyone else to give one in chat. So I say I don't want to give it to someone random. It feels only appropriate to give it to people that are engaging in chat, because there might be someone who just couldn't make it tonight, who's normally chatting a lot. I've enjoyed this, guys. It's been something different, you know. So, and we can do this a bit more often. Like, I can't afford to give out loads of t-shirts every week, obviously, but we could get more creative with the spin wheel and do other things with it. You know, we can do other things with it. And yes, Selby, maybe one day it'll include an egg, but I'm not committing to that at this point. But we can do other things. Like I say, it can be dictating what we do in stream. So, you know, yeah, no worries, Amy. It's nearly 9 o'clock now anyways, but thank you. And 1, thank you for getting involved. 2, especially because you got a migraine. And 3, on top of all of that, offering to be a guest on Sunday, that'll be awesome if you can. But I'll drop you a message tomorrow and see how you're feeling. No, thank you, Selby. I appreciate the offer for all that you do for the channel. Making me a very biased and corrupt wheel is not one I need. Now, thanks again, Amy. Pleasure as always having you involved. But yeah, if you give us some thought, guys, what we could do with that. Like I say, it could even be just finding a game that we could play that requires lots of decisions, and then you have the wheel, and just to make it a bit more interesting. And loads of new viewers again tonight, guys. So if you are still with us and you enjoyed any of this, just a reminder, we're here on Tuesday nights doing the Animal Crossing stream project that we do in conjunction with IFPA to raise awareness of psoriatic disease, and then the sort of more in-depth, deep dive chronic illness chat that we do on a Sunday night, which will be back here on Sunday from 7 o'clock. And then I'm on holiday next week, so there won't be any streams next week, but I should be back on Tuesday the 14th if I make it. That's crazy because I'll be halfway through June already. Thank you for that lovely comment there. That's really appreciated. I'm sure we don't all please everyone. Right, guys, they're now banned. Sorry about that. They're gone. We nearly made it to the end of the stream without an idiot jumping in, didn't we? There we go. Thing is, they tend to be bots anyway, Selby, and that'll just keep going, and it'll get more and more offensive. And I never really know what the some of them are real, but I don't really know what the goal is. No, you're not. It's fine, Selby. You're just defending the channel. It's not a problem. What's weird, that account was created, because under mod view you can see that account was created in 2018. So I will report that one. Because I think a lot of time people ban them in the moment and they don't report them, so they never actually then get kicked from Twitch. And some of you has obviously offered to be mods, so thank you. I really appreciate that. I haven't forgotten. I'm not ignoring it. It's just at some point I'll probably have to set up a Zoom or something to show you the tools and how it works, and that sort of thing, and also to just make sure the actions you take kind of match what I'd want to do if it was in my shoes. What a lot of streamers do when they first start off with mods is they'll say like, oh, Selby, can you ban that person or whatever, so it's sort of led by me, but I haven't got to search around and carry on being entertaining if I'm ever that, but I can carry on doing my presenting bit, but just do a such and such, can you ban that user, can you time that user out, etc. So that's what we'll have to do. We'll put them down for bullying and harassment. Should we go for that? Or yeah, go for that. Cool. Yeah, I think you'd be like me, Selby. You'd just like confront them, and then the trouble is you can't ever. Same as on Instagram. I used to try and change everyone's mind that sent me a hurtful comment, and now I just realise that isn't what they're after. They want a reaction, so I just block, delete, move on. It's the easiest way. Yeah, that's a good idea, dog. Just something like that so that I can carry on focusing on what I do, but whoever's moderating knows the action to take. But yeah, we will sort that out. So thank you for you guys that have done that. No worries, Malakath. I'm literally wrapping up myself now. I just got slightly interrupted by that rude person. Thanks again for tonight, everyone, guys. The fact, seeing how far that sub count has gone up. Big thank you to Selby. Massive thank you to Amy for the gifts. Big thank you to Snuffle for the bit cheering. Selby's ridiculous amount of bits here, and just what an awesome stream, guys, with the same gang. Really appreciate it. What an awesome community. Dong, enjoy the sub. Hopefully you can join us again soon. I'll be back here on Sunday night, guys. Like I say, it's the last one for a week, so if you could join me, that'd be great. Hopefully lovely Amy will be joining us as a guest, and we can talk all things OT. And yeah, thanks for it's been a very eventful stream, Snuffle. And yeah, Artemis, if you haven't already, drop me a note with address and shirt size and preference, and we'll get that in the post to you this weekend as well. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for helping me raise awareness and building this community. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all soon. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.